Welcome to another episode of Direct Edition.
This week we have 5 new great comic books to chat our way through.
We've got some great new music. We're joined by Chris Belgrade.
I'm glad to be back. Let's get the show on the road.
So we'll kick off this week with the latest issue of the Shadowland saga. This is it. Issue number 3 out this week. Now, what's really cool about this is that if you're a Marvel fan, you'll eat this stuff up. There's loads of the top Marvel characters appearing in this book. Punisher shows up, Ghost Rider, Spider-Man, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, the Kingpin, Moon Knight. Loads of great characters in here, and all used in what I think is a pretty cool way.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it's been ages since I've actually seen many moons since I've seen Moon Knight. But tell me something. What's the deal with evil Daredevil? Because that kind of confused me. You know, Daredevil, you know, the blind vigilante.
Okay, so if you missed that whole thing, what happened in Daredevil was that he got talked into taking over the evil ninja assassins known as the Hand. Mm-hmm. But what he didn't know is that at the heart of the Hand, even other Hand assassins didn't know, there's this secret cadre of people who call themselves Snakeroot, and they took over the Hand and use it for evil, and they're basically manipulating Matt for evil ends, and that's why he's suddenly turned a little bit evil and is turning on his mates.
Right, okay.
That's what's going on.
Interesting. Well, you know, I've got to admit the artwork is pretty good.
Billy Tan, definitely putting in the hours on this stuff.
Yeah, and it's ninja-tastic. So, I mean, if you love ninjas,
ninja-tastic.
That's the one.
It's a new adjective, apparently.
Yeah,
who knew? There you go. Used to describe this particular book, Shadowland, issue number 3, in your stores right now.
Superman, Last Family of Krypton, episode 2 of 3.
Here it is.
And I must admit, you know, I've kind of come into this, like the second episode basically, but this is really, really, really good. I quite like this.
So essentially what's going on here is, imagine instead of arriving as an orphan of a doomed world, Superman arrives with his mum and dad. They hang out on the planet for a while, push out a pair of twins, and just raise a super family here on Earth. How does that all work out? This book kind of explains how that would go down. Some people are like down with the L's, do you know what I'm saying? They're like, yo, you dudes are like heavy, we love your style, big up yourselves. Other people are like, you know what, get off our planet, blood. Do you know what I mean? We're not feeling you, we don't like how you does. This is a very, very cool Superman Elseworlds, following on in the tradition of some of the great, like Red Sun or Kingdom Come. This is a brilliant Superman Elseworlds story, and I love where it's kind of going, when it seems like actually that Kal-El might go a little bit dark in the next issue is kind of suggested in this one, but you don't know, might not happen.
The way it kind of feels like the whole Kryptonian feel and everything, it feels very authentic. It feels like it's actually come from a movie itself. I keep saying it's great, but I'm really enjoying this one.
So if you get a chance, we'd highly recommend it. This is Superman, Last Family of Krypton, issue 2 of 3.
Line to write out the wrongs, like protein diets. I'm just coming on strong, and the road so long. Without a street lamp or light, it's just long. It's just long. It's just so damn long.
Rain on me and pull your hands out of the fire.
Yeah.
Rain on me and pull your hands out of the fire.
Wolverine, issue 1. The man is back with the claws, bub.
Here it is. This is the new Wolverine series, and essentially what they've done is they've kind of restarted Wolverine because he's going to a new dark place and is having a whole new set of problems thrust in his direction. And essentially in the wake of the whole kind of Dark Reign thing, looks like everything's going to get better for everybody. You know that it's a new heroic age, but Wolverine's been around the block. He knows it probably won't last, and for him it doesn't. You know, very quickly indeed he's sent to a dark place, and at the end of this book you're like, dude, right, now get out of that. I just love what Jason Aaron's done with this. Art is awesome as well, and I'm really looking forward to this new Wolverine series with a kind of I suppose a spiritual kind of supernatural twist to it.
That's deep.
Alright, so check it out if you get a chance, mate. Highly recommended.
Oh, yeah.
This is Wolverine, issue 1. It's out right now. The latest episode of Sweet Tooth is out. Here it is. This is issue 13. Hitting stands this week. What do you reckon?
Oh, this is good. I mean, Sweet Tooth, it's got weird artwork.
Oh, no doubt.
It's very quirky, and we reviewed this on the show beforehand, myself and Alex. But I mean, to be honest, it is really, really good. I could, as I said before, I probably am repeating myself. I can quite see this being made into a series or something along those lines. And I know some people are probably a bit sick of like apocalyptic worlds, that kind of thing, but this is good. The storyline is good, the artwork odd, but the story is awesome, and it really, really pulls you in.
It's Jeff Lemire both writes and draws this story, and it's one of the quirkiest kind of most original series around at the moment. And if that sounds up your street, then what you should do is run, don't walk, to your latest comic book shop and grab yourself a copy of Sweet Tooth issue 13.
Tasty.
Tons of other great stuff out this week, including this, Shadowland, Elektra, issue 1.
Frankencastle, issue 20.
The Boys, issue 46.
Marvel Universe versus the Punisher, issue 3.
Incorruptible, issue 9.
Stumptown, issue 4.
Black Cat, issue 5.
Brightest Day, issue 9.
Brian Michael Bendis and Alex Maleev's creator-owned series Scarlet returns to our shelves for issue 2 this week, and this is many types of awesome, this book.
It is indeed.
You know, it's happening in terms of just visually to look at. Maleev's art is next level. It's some top-notch stuff going on here. You think he uses a lot of photo reference, don't you?
He has to. I mean, it's very cinematic, and if you pick this issue up and you actually have a look at the actual artwork, it's real. It's photographic. I thought I was looking at Flickr for a bit, and it's good though. It's very good.
And essentially, we join the story with Scarlet trying to work out what happened to that special person who was brutally gunned down in the street, and we found out about in the first issue, and she gets some answers. Does she like those answers? Does she react well to those answers? No, is probably the short answer, but how exactly that happens, you'll have to buy a copy and find out. I don't want to spoil it for you, but this is quality comic bookery.
It is indeed.
So if you get a chance, grab yourself a copy of the latest issue of Scarlet. This is it, issue 2 hits the shelves this week. Thanks so much for joining us. That's pretty much your lot for this week. Thanks to Chris for being here.
Thank you, Iyare.
Thank you to everyone who's been following us via all of the methods. It can be done by MySpace, Twitter, YouTube, Vimeo. Thank you all for that. And don't forget, before we go, we've got to make sure that you know that if you get yourselves down here to Comicana at the West End on Shaftesbury Avenue, you can grab yourselves huge bargains the size of his head, all right?
Even bigger.
From here, just on a Sunday. So make sure you get yourself down here. If you want the full details, get yourself to www.comicana.com and get all of the information. Until next time, when we'll be back with more comics, more music, we'll say simply peace. And that's basically what's going on. Sorry, what was all of that? Do you know what I mean? Hopefully, you don't know what I'm talking about, but in the hood, man, they're yeah, safe. Loving it. Anyway, the point is...